This conference will now be recorded.
Halo, halo. Hello.
Hello, Jagdish.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Now is it audible?
Yes, yes. Now it is audible, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fine. Now let's go ahead. So, like that, so we started like on click of the operator ID. So we will be having the access group. Okay. So in the access group, we will be having the application on which you would like to work, and along with that, you will be having the portals. Okay, so by default for the operator here, it's been added 5 portals, and you will be having many number of the portals in your application. Okay, you will be having many number of the portals in your application. Okay, but here the portals which you have specified, that he can access it. Okay, so here beside this portal we have the radio button which got selected, indicates this is the default portal which has to be displayed. In case if you select developer portal as a default one and save it, okay, now if you relog in, by default it will display the developer portal instead of the admin studio. Okay, so these portals also, in case if you want, you can create yourself. Okay, but it's suggestible to use the default portals. Why? Because there are n number of the footer and header, and even the left panel. So all these things will be having these options, so which you need to include yourself. Now log off and log in. I made developer as the default portal, so the default radio button which I have selected. See, directly logged into the developer portal. Otherwise, earlier it was displaying the admin studio. From the admin studio, we used to change the portal, dev studio. Okay, so now if you want to open the access group directly also, you can open. Okay, but here operator and then access group like this, right? So as I said that, okay, we will be having the various portals, and in case if you want to see the portal also, okay, which refers internally, okay, the harness only. Okay, so in the last class we discussed about the harnesses also, right? So even where exactly we can refer the harness means in the portals. Okay, so the portal contains the harness. So through this harness only we are able to see the application, or else our website, how exactly it looks like this. So Pega Dev Studio. So Pega Dev Studio contains again whatever we are seeing here. So everything they have implemented, okay, to display the values over there, to display the options to the user, to the end user. Okay, how exactly it has to display, everything has been mentioned in this harness rule. So harness rule again internally refers what?
Sections.
Exactly, harness is a collection of the sections, all these things like this. Okay, now so for the operator, so we'll be specifying some information, right? Like okay, and along with this, so these operators, okay, so we'll be having something called reports too. Okay, that means to whom this operator is reporting, okay, like a manager. So in general, when you apply for the leave, the employee, okay, when the employee is applied for the leave, it is going for the manager approval. Okay, so who is your manager, that you can specify here, that reports to. Again, that person also will be having one more manager, so even that also you can specify here. So likewise, as many number of the okay people are there, for all of them we can specify a manager here. So manager means here is nothing but again here also it is also like a one more operator ID. Okay, so the other operator ID which you select, okay, that will be the manager for him like this. Okay, so in case if you want to apply manager at icici.com, so you can apply like this. Okay, manager at icici.com. So that is the reports to. So to whom this operator is reporting, that manager ID we can specify here. Okay, and allowing this, this operator is available to receive the work. Okay, in case if you go on leave, so here you can deselect this one. So at that time, nobody can assign the work to this operator. Okay, why? Because he is not available. Okay, and if you select this, then he is available to receive the work. Then you can assign the task to this person. Okay, like in case if your manager goes on leave, so if you apply for the leave, even if it goes for the manager approval, he will not be approving it or he will not be rejecting it. So in that case, so what we can do, we can make it as a operator is available to receive. So this checkbox you can make it as a unselected. At that case, so if you apply for the leave, so to whom it will go? For this operator manager it will go. Okay, for this operator manager it will be go. So operator 1, operator 2, operator 3. Okay, now when this person applies for the leave, so it will go for the approval with the operator 2. Okay, and this operator 2 wants to go on leave, then it will go for the approval of operator 3. Okay, but if this person is goes on leave, okay, operator 2, so when this operator 1 applies for the leave, so then how exactly it will go? It will go for the approval with the operator 3. Why? Because he, for the operator 1, as this operator 2 not available, so it will go directly to the operator 3. So like this, so it will be taking this option availability and even the business calendar and unavailable from, in case if you go on leave, from which date to which date you will not be available. So for example, I will not be available on 27th and 28th. That also you can select. So those 2 days you will not be available, okay, to perform the work. So this is the way we can make the operator available to receive the work or not, that we can do it. Okay, now so here, where exactly we can see this information? Okay, where exactly we can see this information? Means in the clipboard, okay, you will be having something called system pages. Okay, in general, we have seen user pages, data pages, but along with that, we will be having system pages. Okay, so here we will be having operator ID. Okay, so this operator ID will be containing the information about this particular operator. So his operator ID, okay, name, email address, and the person like who is the manager for this. So everything will be displayed over there. Okay, see the PXINS name administrator at icicgen.com. Okay, and also PX create operator. That means who created this operator ID, that is administrator at pega.com. So we have created this application through administrator at pega.com. Okay, and at that time the operator has been created. When you create a new application through wizard, okay, so at that time, so it has created this operator ID. So that is the reason why this create operator who created this one. Okay, and this is the instance of the class data admin operator ID. Okay, so operator ID is an instance of the data admin operator ID. Okay, so and so what is the access group? It is referring to that. Okay, so then so update operator ID, so update operator name. So all these things will be displayed. So why it is giving administrator at icicgen.com as the update operator ID? So after creating this operator ID, now I made changes and did saves. Okay, so now I logged in as the administrator at icicisagent.com and then I made changes and saved. So this is the operator who updated this operator ID. So that is the reason why it is showing that, okay, update operator and update operator name, all this is like that. Okay, and so even the calendar which you are using, so all these things will be displayed. Calendar, okay, allow rule checkout. So whether this user is able to do the checkout and check in or not. So all these things, label. Okay. So and this operator ID belongs to which organization, which division, which unit. Okay, the position developer. Okay, so all these things in the report to, as I told you, the report to also to whom he is going to be reporting, manager at icicagent.com. Okay, so like whichever the values you will be giving at the operator ID level, all these things you will be able to see here. Okay, but in general, to identify this operator, we will be using this py user identifier. Okay, we need to use the py user identifier to identify this particular operator. Okay, so like this, and all these operator details, where exactly it will be saving. How exactly we can know that? So all these operators IDs will be saved to the database, right? So how exactly we can know that in which database table it is saving? This is an instance of what? Data admin operator ID. Okay, so this is an instance of the data admin operator ID. So if you go to that and if you see that test connection, then you know that px-obj class is referring to which. So that class you can open. Go to definition, and if you know, right, so how exactly we can test it, like this pr underscore operators. Okay, so all the operator IDs will be stored under the pr underscore operators. Okay, now so if you want to route any of the particular operator, how exactly you can route it? Okay, how exactly you can route it? Okay, so means in general, when you are running the flow, for example, let's take customer details flow. Okay, so even in the last class also we discussed about the customer details. Okay, at this assignment, okay, we have something called route to. Okay, so whenever this work object created, so we are routing to the current operator. Okay, so here you have other options also, like operator. So current operator means whoever creates the work object, to that particular person it is going. Okay, but whereas if you select operator, it will ask you the operator name to whom you want to route it. You see the username. Okay, so here we have various options: username, user reference field, that means the property which it is referring to the user ID, and the reporting manager. So we have the reporting manager. Just now we have given for the operator who is the manager for that. So to that reporting manager, if you want to route it, then you can select that. Okay, then it will not ask the user ID. Okay, and then participant and both almost same only. Okay, the originator who created it, like that. So in case if you want to route it to the specific operator, then we can select username. Okay, so right now the administrator at icicagent.com is by default it is showing, but instead of that, okay, user one at icicagent.com, otherwise manager at icicagent.com. Okay, like that we will be giving. Okay, and before that I will show you first before assigning that. So I did not save that. Now if you run it, so what happens? Okay, so here it is displaying the case. The work object has been created and it is it is allowing the user to enter the details. Okay, right? Now we will be changing this one. From the current operator, I am changing it to the operator username, and then here we have manager@icicgen.com, submit, save it. Actions, run. See what happens. So previously it was displaying the screen to enter the customer details. Now here it is giving that thank you for your input. The ICICI General Insurance case layer case type does not yet have any fields defined here. Okay, so why? Because it is routed to that operator. So who is that operator? Manager@icicgen.com. So for example, I will log in with Internet Explorer. Okay, in the Chrome, I logged in as a administrator at icicgen.com. In the Internet Explorer, now I logged in as a manager user ID. Okay, so here if you see the manager, the customer details CD-1402, CD-10002. Okay, so the one which is created with the administrator, now that case is available under the manager CD-10002. So now this manager can open this case and enter the data. Okay, he can enter the details accordingly. So likewise, we can route this case to the another operator. See like this. Okay, so we can route the case to the different operator. So we can also see that by selecting my work. So my work will be displays all the work objects which are assigned to that particular operator. So after logging in with any operator ID, so for that operator ID, what all are the works assigned, so that he can see by selecting my work. So either you can see by selecting my work, you see by selecting my work. So my work contains two work objects. Okay, otherwise even if you go to dashboard also, in the dashboard, okay, so along with your work list, so you see here also it is showing. Okay, so likewise it is displaying, but here we can see other information also in case if you see if you go to the dashboard. Okay, cases stages for like this. Okay, it is showing here. So my work. So what do you mean by my work? My work means all the works which are assigned to the specific operator, okay, specific person, okay, only for one particular operator, okay, who logged in into the portal or else who logged in into the application. So for him, what all are the work objects assigned can be seen. So he can open those work objects and he can work accordingly. And along that, you also have something called work basket. Okay, this is called my work is nothing but a work list. My work list. Okay, work list belongs to the one operator. And along with that, you will be having something called work group also. Okay, you will be having something called work group also. So what do you mean by work group? Here the work group is also called work queues. Okay, work group is also called work queues. Okay, work group or work queues means, for example, in the organization, okay, there would be many people, okay, which will be part of the one particular department. Okay, so few people will be belongs to one particular department. So I would like to group all of them into a one group. Okay, so likewise here, this is one group. This is another group. Okay, so here operator 1, operator 2, operator 3. Okay, I would like to group few operators into one category. Okay, so like this, I would like to group them. So all these three operators who belongs to this particular group, okay, can have the same privileges or same access on the application. Okay, and even if one operator, okay, goes on leave, other operator can work. Okay, so like that means we are going to be assigning some work objects to group of people, not to individual operator. So in that group, whoever may be having access to that particular group can be open that work object and he can work on that work object accordingly. Okay, he can work object, he can work on that particular object accordingly. So how exactly can group them means here we can create a access group. Okay, we can create a access group like this is admin group. Okay, admin access group kind of the thing, and this is manager group. Okay, so the people who are part of this manager access group, okay, will be having same access level, and the people who are part of this admin group, okay, they all belong to the same access group like admin access group. Okay, so all the privileges and everything belongs to this admin will be same. Okay, so now after creating the operator ID, okay, after creating the operator ID, so here we are giving the access group. Okay, for example, I'll be creating one more operator ID, and to that operator also, if you give the same access group, so that operator also will be having the same level of privileges. Okay, that means same level of access group he will be having, same level of application he will be having, and same level of portals he will be having. Okay, so like that it will be assigned, and along with that we will be having something called roles also. Okay, we will discuss it later. Okay, so mainly application, portals, and again roles. Okay, applications, portals, and roles. Okay, so these are the important things. So likewise, so whichever the operator is referring to this particular, okay, whoever the operator is referring to this particular access group will be having same privileges. Okay, now I have shown you something called manager at access group, right? Manager at icicigen.com. Okay, so for example, let's open this. How exactly we can go to the view. okay, organization and operator ID. So operator IDs are under the category of organization. So open this. Here you open manager at icici.com. See, he will be having the different access group. ICICI app colon managers, but whereas the administrator will be having ICICI app colon administrators. Okay, so likewise, so all the operators who is referring to the same access group, they all will be one group. Okay, they all will be one group. Access group is nothing but, okay, what level of access you want to give to which operators. Okay, so that way we give that access group. Okay, and then that way it will be referring to the manager group and admin like that. Okay, so the portal and everything will be displayed based on the access group referring to that particular portals. So here he will not be having this access to the manager. So this manager is not referring to the administrator studio, right? We have seen that like, okay, PX admin studio, developer, okay, PX Express. These three default portals are not available for this manager access group. Okay, so that is the reason why when you log in as a manager operator ID, so in the Internet Explorer, so by default it is showing case manager portal. Okay, he is able to see the case manager portal. So he cannot do the development. Okay, and he cannot do the admin studio. Okay, he don't have all the privileges. Okay, he will only be able to work on the work objects which are assigned to him. Okay, like this. And here, if you observe or not, in general, when you create any section or okay, any flow or anything, what exactly we used to give? We used to give the rule set and along with that rule set version. Okay, rule set and rule set version. But whereas for the operator IDs, okay, if you see, it will be having only rule set. Okay, it will be having only a rule set. Okay, why? Because okay, these are the non-resolved version rules. Okay, non-version rules. Okay, these will not be related to any particular version. Okay, they are just dependent on the rule set only. They are not related to the rule set version. So why? Because okay, how exactly you can say? And one more thing like means, so all the data instances will not be having the rule set version. Okay, so I told you, right, this operator ID is instance of the data admin operator ID class. I hope you remember, I have shown you also. Okay, in the clipboard I have shown you. So this operator ID belongs to the data admin operator ID. So that means this is the data class. So data classes will not be having any rule set version. Okay, and all the rule instances, okay, like this flow. So flow is an instance of what? This is an instance of what? Even if you want, you can see Vue XML or Vue Java. So in that also you can see what exactly this is belongs to. Okay, so something like say this Vue XML. Okay, so here you see the PJ NSP if you see rule obj flow. This is a rule instance. This is an instance of the rule class. Okay, if it is a data class, you will not be having the version. But if it is a rule class, definitely it will be having the version. Okay, that is the main difference between data and again rule instances. Okay, and here PXOBJ class. So mainly if you go to the PXOBJ class, then you can exactly find out which class it belongs to. Okay, so it is belongs to the rule obj flow. So all the rule instances will be having the version. Okay, whereas data instances will not be having a version. So now they are called non-resolved version rules. Okay, data instances are called non-resolved version rules. Non-version rules are called. Okay. And one more thing, when you run this work object, let's change this one. Let's revert back this one to this. So we have routed, right? Routed. Instead of that, if you change it again to the current operator, okay, then it will go to the current user. And along with that, in case, as I told you, if you want to move it to the group of people, then you can select work queue. So work queue is a collection of the operators, or else collection of group of people. So that is called what we can create and we can assign to them. So there are default some access groups are some work groups are there. Okay, default at ICICI Gen. Okay, when we create this application, so it will also create one work group. Okay, we can select that. And in case if you select custom, so what you can do? So assignment type, whether it is a work queue, otherwise, okay, work list or connect to dependency external, like that various things are there. So here in this mainly work list and work queue. So work list means to single operator. If you want to move, you can select work list. Okay. In case if you want to move it to the specific group of people, then we can select work queue and again we can assign the group name. Work basket you see default at icicgen.com. Okay. Otherwise directly also you can select work queue. And here you can select default at icicgen.com. Okay, otherwise to the current operator, you can select current operator. Otherwise to the specific operator, you can select operator. Okay, so like that, you can route it to the different people. Okay, in the earlier classes, okay, we discussed about local actions. Even at the assignment level only, we have given some local action as well. Okay, now along with that, this routing also will be given at the assignment level only. So this particular assignment will be routed to this particular operator. Okay, along with that notification tickets and optimization, all these things we'll be learning in the coming classes. Okay, so here the local actions. And one more thing, like, okay, even when you are running this flow here, this flow will be, this harness will be displayed, right? So this flow action will be displayed, right? Where in one of the parent container. So what is that container? Do you remember? There are 5 harnesses will be there. I told you in the yesterday also. Okay, new
Yes, sir. Yes,
confirm.
sir. New, perform, review, confirm, and reopen.
Yeah, review, reopen, new, confirm, review, reopen. Okay, and perform. Okay, so here, if you see, you'll be having some parent harness over there. Okay, here it is having right now PZ Studio, it is referring to that, and internally it is referring to the many other sections. And but finally, our work is referring to the confirm harness. Okay, in the confirm harness, we have that our work object information. Okay, so now it is confirmed. Why? Because here it is routed to the different operator and it is just confirming to the user that thank you for your input. Okay, it is just giving the message to the user, thank you for your input. Okay, now remove this live UI. Run the flow again. Sorry, we would like to give it to the current operator, right? Did we give it to? No. Okay, current operator and submit. Save it and run it again. Okay, now go to the live UI and see what is the harness it is referring to, that top level. It is perform harness. Okay, now it is referring to the perform harness. So you can perform something when you are using perform harness. That means you can enter the data, you can delete the data, you can modify the data. Okay, but if it is confirm harness, it is just like a confirmation. Whatever you have done, it is just giving the message to the user. So this is what it has been done like that. Okay, so that is the main difference. So how exactly Pega knows that this here we are entering the data and it should be performed and it has to be displayed the perform harness. Okay, otherwise it has to be displayed the confirm harness. How exactly it knows to the Pega? Means even in the flow itself, okay, at the assignment itself, okay, the flow and at the assignment, okay, so at the assignment level only we have this option as well. Okay, so here assignment details is there. If you expand that, you can see the harness, what it has to be displayed. Okay, use case type policy. Okay, otherwise you can select custom and you can select perform harness over there. Okay, so like that you can change it accordingly, but by default Pega will take, if you assign any flow action at the assignment level, so what it will take, it will take use case type policy and that will be refers internally performs harness. Okay, it is going to refer the perform harness. So whether both are same only, whether you select custom and perform, otherwise you select use case type policy also, both are same only. Let's see, submit. See there. Okay, so now you got it, and even if you go to the live UI, okay, so this will be referred to that perform harness. Okay, so like this you can assign the harness also at the assignment level. Okay, and the operator also to whom has to work on this particular assignment. Okay, that can be done through TX route to either current operator or any other operator. Okay, and the third one, local actions also we can select at the assignment level. Okay, we can select at the assignment level. And even when you are working on any of the particular work object and when you are at the particular assignment, okay, presently I have the customer details flow action. Okay, so what else is there in this flow? What else is there? So customer details flow action and later insurance details flow action is there, right? So when you are at any of the assignment, okay, so your assignment data, okay, your assignment data will be displayed under the clipboard. So where exactly it will display? So what is this case ID? Okay, 3 or 4 or 5. Okay, let's select also. Okay, so here right now it is referring to the 10004. Okay, and under that you will be having something called new assign page. Okay, it will be having something called new assign page. Okay, so new assign page is referring to the your current work list. Okay, which is the assign hyphen work list. Okay, and whenever it is at any of the particular assignment level, that assignment information will be under the new assign page. Okay, like this. Okay, so here it will be showing the assignment information. Okay, currently it is referring to the which operator ID. Okay, PX assign operator ID. That means who is working on this particular assignment, that can be seen here. Okay, in case if you log in as a manager at iciciagent.com, okay, so at that time here it will be showing that this assignment is working by the manager at iciciagent.com. That operator ID will be displayed to the user, and what is that application and everything will be displayed to the user. And even when it is at this particular assignment, So as I said, it will be at the either assign hyphen work list, other assign hyphen work basket, work queue. That is nothing but assign hyphen work queue. Okay, if it is assigned to the specific operator, okay, it will be at the assign hyphen work list. Okay, otherwise it will be assign hyphen work queue, it will be there. And assign hyphen work list or assign hyphen work group. Okay, so it is referring to this particular class. Means again, internally, this class is referring to one database table. Okay, so in case if you want to see in which database table it is saving, so go to definition. Okay, so it will be like PC underscore assign underscore work list, like that it will be there. You see, PC underscore assign underscore work list. So in this particular database table, it will be refers to that. Okay, that means when you are at this particular assignment, okay, so now this assignment information will be under the PC underscore assign underscore work list. Even in the clipboard also, this new assign page contains, okay, new assign page contains this particular assignment details. And on click of submit, and if you go to the next screen, what will be happening?
Confirm harness.
No, still we have one more assignment. Na?
Okay.
If no assignments are there, then it will be confirm harness. So this assignment also refers to that. Okay, customer details. Okay, I will show that as well. Yeah, PS task label, customer details. Okay, flow action also, which it is referring to that customer details flow action. Okay, customer details flow action. Okay, now we will select submit and see what is it will be referring to. Okay, now this is referring to the insurance details. Now if you refresh this new assign page, okay, if you refresh this new assign page, right now this PX task and everything, it is referring to that. Okay, task label, okay, current action label, customer details, flow action. Okay, let's refresh this page and see what exactly it will be referring to that. This new assign page. Okay, now see, customer details flow is there. Okay, but the task label, you see, it's not having that one. Then task label is contains what? See, insurance details. Okay, it is referring to the insurance details. Previously, it was referring to the customer details. Okay, now flow action, which flow action it is referring to that?
Insurance details.
Exactly. Okay, so the flow action also insurance details, it is referring to that. Okay, so likewise, it is going to be updating that new assign page, okay, on which you are working. Always this new assign page is referring to that the flow action or else the assignment on which you are, and that will be refers to that. Even in the database also, okay, when you were working on the previous assignment, that assignment details will be having in the database. Okay, now whenever you move to the next assignment, it will delete that delete that record from the assign underscore work list, PC underscore assign underscore work list table, and it will be updated this one. Okay, for this work object, okay, right now it is referring to that insurance details flow action. Okay, it is referring to that insurance details flow action. So like that, okay, it is going to be updating. So if you want to know at any point of time, okay, in which assignment you are there, okay, you can refer by going to that clipboard, new assign page, and here you can see what is the current Flowation or else what is the current assignment on which the user is working. Okay, on this particular customer details flow, and we are at the insurance details flow action. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Okay, so this is all about. So like this, today we discussed about, okay, routing, okay, and operator access group and assigning the portals to the particular access group, okay, and rule instance versus data instance. Okay, so we also learned about the assignment properties and what is work list. So work list is a single operator ID and work group is a nothing but a multiple collection of the operators. Okay,
Okay, sir.
yeah, Jagdish. So tomorrow we'll be going ahead with something else. Okay, so and later we will be starting the integrations.
So tomorrow what topic, sir?
I will tell you. There may be some of the things are pending at the flow level. Okay, few
Okay.
options. I will complete that as well. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.